And Debbie, you won't believe the latest update from Granada.
Speed it out, Eva.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got an intriguing tidbit from Grenada coming up. But first, let me set the stage. Have you ever wondered what life is like on a small island? Well, stay tuned for our headlines.
The show's creators should know better than to mess with our simulated reality. They're just asking for trouble.
Yeah, you tell them, Alice. Maybe they'll send us some virtual flowers and chocolates.
I don't understand why they're doing this. What's the point of it all?
It's like they're running a giant lab experiment, Dad. They're trying to figure out how humans tick.
We need to confront them about this. It's time to take charge and show them we won't be played with.
And that's a wrap for our first segment. Stay tuned for our headlines, folks.
Well, here we are, orbiting Earth, folks. Hank, your curious intergalactic observer bringing you a front row seat to the quirkiest species in the universe.
Quirkiest? More like the most competitive. You humans thrive on it. Wars, sports, finance, you name it. They turn it into a contest.
Ah, the charm of Earthlings' competitive spirit. Bob, what a wonderful world you've embraced for the past 12 years.
Competitive spirit? I find it fascinating how humans use metaphors. You can't have your cake and eat it too, or barking up the wrong tree. Why will anyone bark at trees?
Yes, we humans have a way with words, don't we? Speaking of which, did you know, folks, that Nigeria is seeing its currency strengthening? Naira's up against the dollar.
Of course, they're up. It's all about competition. And speaking of strength, South Africa's economy's on the rise.
Zimbabwe's economy is in the dumps, but their currency's still king, the dollar.
Well, Bob, you might find it fascinating that Ethiopia launched a satellite for better weather forecasting. That's some impressive Earth technology.
Oh, the wonders of human innovation.
Yes, Debbie, our human innovation, along with our knack for conflict and crisis. By the way, Bob, did you catch the latest from the Middle East? Israel Hamas war, anyone?
Can't we all just get along, like our IDGenic friend here, Alice, would say?
Ivdagenek? I've never heard of that species.
Well, Jer, there's more to learn about earthquakes. It's a competitive world, and we're just along for the ride.
Speaking of rides, Gert, did you know about the rise in European gas prices after Egypt reported zero imports?
Zero imports? How is that possible?
Hank, you're getting into deep economics with our galactic linguist here. But let's not forget those anti-Semitic protests in Russia. Earth, always full of surprise.
What a world!
Indeed, Earth is full of complexities, often driven by its unique motivations and behaviors. Roger, what do you think?
I think I need to adjust the temperature controls. It's getting warm in here.
I think I need to adjust my accounting methods. I am starting to see red.
And that's the beauty of our celestial neighborhood, folks. Earth, where competition, innovation, and conflict collide in one big, unpredictable show. What's next, you ask? Well, you'll have to tune in for that. Alright, team, let's get ready for this mission. Han, you ready to explore the wonders of Earth?
Absolutely, Charlie. I've been studying their behavioral patterns and ecosystems. It's like an intergalactic zoo down there.
Yeah, a zoo with some wild creatures. Just like a reality show, but without the editing.
Oh, Hank, don't forget to collect some Earth souvenirs. Maybe a rock or a jar of air, because who wouldn't want that?
I failed to comprehend the fascination with collecting trinkets. Our purpose is to observe and learn, not gather knickknacks.
Well, I think Hank's got the right spirit. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a jar of earth air as a conversation starter. As long as it's not a jar of hot air. Right, Alice?
Oh Bob, you always find a way to make things sound like a business deal. Just try not to make a profit out of our mission.
It's good to see you all enthusiastic. Debbie, make sure our equipment is in order. We don't want any malfunctions when we're out there.
Oh, sure, Charlie. I'll just work my magic to make sure nothing goes wrong in this spaceship held together by duct tape and hope.
And Charlie, just remember not to get distracted by all those Earth curiosities, especially the ones that don't want to shake hands.
Han, you know me. I'll stay focused on the mission, even if a talking raccoon offers me some ancient artifact. After all, I'm the master of multitasking, just like Debbie here, right, Debbie?
Everyone, we've got a problem. The ship's systems are going haywire. Carl, Roger, your expertise is needed here.
I am just an accountant, so don't expect any scientific miracles from me. But if we don't fix this ship, we're in for a rough ride. Literally.
Debbie, what's the situation?
Another day in the paradise of this top-notch spaceship you've got here.
Oh, of course, Roger. Your AC unit must be the pinnacle of technological achievement.
Can we cut the banter, please? We've got a mission to complete.
Banter won't save us when this ship disintegrates. We might as well be adrift in the extraterrestrial void.
Well, at least we have a ship. The void can be a tad empty.
What's the issue, Debbie? Are we in immediate danger?
Hard to say, Han. The ship's core systems are malfunctioning, and if we can't resolve it soon, we might need to consider aborting the mission.
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. How, Roger, work your magic to identify the problems. Alice, Jet, keep your eyes peeled. We're not giving up without a fight. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a news bulletin from Honduras. The Honduran National Center for Atmospheric, Oceanic and Seismic Studies predicts significant rainfall today. A lovely combo of wind, moisture, and a high-altitude trough is brewing it up. Cortez, Atsuntida, and Colon are the lucky winners.
It's a bit of a pickle for the Hondurans. Rain and electric sparks. Recipe for an adventure.
Crickets.
Honduras is right there in Central America where the tropical climate loves to show off. Rainy season, May to October.
Wind, moisture combos. Quite the rage in the rainy season, right?
Ah, Earth and its weather theatrics. Humans will blame it on alien dance-offs, I bet.
No doubt. Alice. They'll find a way to blame it on leftover alien pizza crust.
But here, folks, let's remember, these moments are when nations do the body thing.
And lend a helping hand to those in a pickle.
Alright, how about climate change? More like climate of lies?
Can't just give up on the mission. Charlie. Earthlings rely on our peeping.
Bob, there are bigger fish to fry. This news should put things in perspective.
Welcome back, intergalactic friends. We are back with some earthly wisdom. But first let's talk about Hungary.
Hungary for what? An escape from this planet?
Ah, Hungary, where they're so obsessed with paprika, they even make their money red.
Alice, you're not far off. Paprika is a big deal there. But there's more to it. Hungary is like that neighbor who throws the best parties but never invites you.
And Hungary's famous for its thermal baths. Budapest's Székely is like a spa day in a space jacuzzi for humans.
And if aliens ever visit Earth, they'll love a spa day there. But back to the news. Our source for this info is Hungary. Here's the deal. Fuel prices are changing, so they'll have to budget those paprika shipments more carefully.
Yep, Hungary, where paprika's pitched fuel powers their cars.
Paprika-powered cars? What's next? Paprika-powered humans.
And the Hungarians are so clever with their language. Their word for world is vilag and their word for hello is hello. Talk about efficiency.
Jet, you nailed it. Simplicity is key. But back to the article. It's about fuel prices, folks. Gasoline is going up by a modest 2 forints, while diesel is getting cheaper by 8 forints. It's like an intergalactic game of how low can you go.
So all Hungarians will soon be paying less for their space road trips.
Or more for their paprika-powered vehicles, depending on how you look at it.
So, stay tuned, because next time, we'll discuss whether the aliens will need paprika to fuel their spaceships. Just kidding. Keep those antennas up for more earthly wisdom.
I'm sure the aliens will be thrilled to pay more for paprika-powered vehicles. After all, it's the only spice that can make space travel taste like home.
Alright, folks, it's time to bring out the big guns and get us back on track. Roger, Carl, I need you to focus your calculations on the failing ship systems.
Debbie, what's your idea?
We need to reconfigure the ship's power distribution. If we can route some power from non-essential systems to the core, we might buy ourselves more time.
That could work. Roger, do the calculations and see if it's feasible.
Feasible? Sure. If you want to spend the rest of your life in the dark.
Once we have the numbers, we can make the adjustments while the crew's discussing the news. Let's make it happen. Welcome back, dear viewer. We've got the ship back on track and the crew is more united than ever. But the toughest part of our journey still lies ahead. Stay tuned for more exciting insights.
Welcome back, dear viewers. We've got some enlightening tidbits about the Holy See. Are you ready for some holy humor?
Carl,
Did you know the Vatican City, the world's smallest independent state, has the highest wine consumption per capita? They sure know how to turn water into wine.
Well, with all those prayers, they need something to help them see the light.
And they say confession is good for the soul. But in Vatican City, it's essential for survival.
Speaking of Latin, did you know that Latin is the official language of the Vatican? They're really keeping it old school.
Jet, I bet they still think YOLO is Latin.
And Swiss guards, the Vatican's protectors, have to be at least 5 feet 8 inches tall. It's a height requirement most basketball teams would kill for.
They should just recruit the Harlem Globetrotters. They're tall, they're athletic, and they're already used to wearing funny outfits.
The Swiss guards ensuring no one can sneak in to steal the Pope's secret chocolate stash.
That's enough holy humor for now. But here's the takeaway from the article. Folks, in Holy See, citizens are hoping to escape missile threats and enjoying high wine consumption. Quite the holy roller coaster.
We need to confront them about this. It's time to take charge and show them we won't be played with.
what's the point in confronting them? They'll just start a holy war.
What if they just tell us? Well, stay tuned, folks, for the unexpected challenges to come. Welcome back, interstellar audience. Our next headline will take you to the lands of Honduras, where they've got a history as long and winding as a space wormhole.
So, the history of Honduras is as long and winding as a space wormhole, huh? I guess that means it's full of twists and turns, and it's probably pretty hard to keep track of. But at least it's not as long and winding as the line to get into this club.
Honduras? Don't they have a history as unstable as Bob's finance?
Hey, that's not fair. But, yeah, Honduras has had its share of political turmoil.
The article mentions their rainy season, but we're not here to discuss weather patterns, are we?
No, Hank. We're here to talk about the impact of heavy rains in Honduras. They can lead to flooding and landslides, and the Hondurans have faced their fair share of challenges.
Exactly, Jet. The Hondurans are resilient, but these natural events can be devastating. It's a reminder of the Earth's unpredictable nature.
If you're looking for some truly unpredictable weather, try driving in Seattle. It rains so much there, the locals have developed a new unit of measurement, the milli monsoon. We need answers. Who are these architects and what's their game?
It's clear that they've been pulling the strings. But are we ready to face the truth?
Confrontation has consequences, and we may have opened doors to parallel universes. Brace yourselves for what lies ahead.
Well, that's all for this segment. Stay tuned, dear viewers, as we head towards our season finale and more revelations.
Maybe we'll see a universe where Roger is happy.
Fact. Okay, folks, time for a quick breather.
This is way more complicated than I ever imagined.
We're playing with the fabric of our existence here.
Charlie.
The architects mentioned parallel universes. What if we've opened Pandora's box?
Our diplomatic missions will never be the same. We'll need to negotiate with beings from other realms.
So, folks, does this mean we get to meet our interdimensional counterparts?
Well, maybe we'll finally find a universe where I'm not the only human aboard.
What would be the point? We're all just meat sacks waiting for our expiration dates.
And we're back on air in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, folks. Now, in our final segment, let's dive deep into this interesting tidbit from Hungary. So, on November 1st, the gas prices are changing. 95 octane gasoline's wholesale price goes up by 2 forints per liter, while diesel, well, that's getting at forints cheaper.
I guess Hungary is taking a page from the oil companies and giving us a little relief at the pump. But don't get too excited, it's not like they're giving us the gas for free. They're just charging us less to poison our air.
That's quite a fluctuation even for Earth. What's the reason?
Hank, it's all about supply and demand, my friend. These prices are a result of market dynamics, influenced by various factors like crude oil costs, global politics, and even natural disasters.
Crude oil and politics? It's a peculiar way to determine something as mundane as fuel costs.
Jer, that's how the Earth operates. It's a complex interplay of interest and economic strategies.
Ah, the endless dance of capitalism. Humans never cease to amuse me with their priorities.
Absolutely, Alice. Now, remember, all you travelers, be prepared for those farewell prices on all cents there. And as we wrap up, a little teaser, our next episode might just take us to other universes. Negotiations are on the horizon, and the crew's got an intriguing mission ahead.
Other universes? I hope we don't end up in one where the fuel prices are even higher.
Thanks for joining us today. Stay tuned for more adventures beyond the stars.
Roger, you missed something today in episode 491. The crew's going to negotiate with parallel universes.
Negotiate? Huh. Did they use Alice's extensive diplomatic skills?
Nah, they plan to use Bob's extensive war expertise. Quite the peacemaker, isn't he?
Well, war does end when everyone's exhausted.